everyone, and welcome back home. We are here at NIRATIAS headquarters, the Maschine here in St. Louis, Missouri. And it is our pleasure to be back with the first Stargazers on the Lighthouse network. It is sure to be an absolute classic of a night. Hello everyone, of course, I am your ringmaster, your global hero, and your voice of NIRATIAS, James Page. And we are here once again, back home base, the Maschine in St. Louis, Missouri, like I said, with the start of a new year. It is year 3.0, and we cannot wait to see what this year has in store for NIRATIAS. But I can tell you right now what this night has in store for NIRATIAS. We will be opening with a Monarchs Division match. The Rainbow Kid, who was seen at Horizon Festival 3 helping Moa Suzuki, will be going one-on-one with Egilea Tryst. Then Lisbeth Jin-Seong, crowd favorite, will be going head-to-head in a matchup against a debuting star in Rose Hayate. Rose Hayate has been part of NIRATIAS for 3 years now and has yet to be able to debut on Stargazers. She is finally getting her well-earned debut. Then Jinx, Dumas making their own return tonight after being exiled from NIRATIAS 2 years ago. But they have to prove they still belong here. And that will be against the submission Seguinar, Lorelei Daniels, and then in your main event, Chelsea St. James, Naru, Redcloud for the NIRATIAS Lighthouse Championship. That is the newly rebranded television title. A important belt in NIRATIAS history. You win it, you defend it under 10-minute time limit rules. 3 successful defenses will get you an Intercontinental United States title match, and 5 successful defenses will give you a world title match. But you gotta be careful, that clock runs out. It will be vacated. All of that and so much more here tonight. Let's go to our opening contest. course, sponsored proudly by the Lighthouse Network. We are ready to go. Rainbow Kid versus Egilea Tryst. Egilea Tryst, maybe one of the hottest prospects of the NIRATIAS Modern Division. Jesus! The Australian straight out of the gate. And now look at that, trading Rainbow Kid her last stripes. Scorched Earth. And good God, that is already it. Rainbow Kid never stood a chance. As now, you see Moa Suzuki coming to recover her friend Rainbow Kid. Egilea Tryst never gave Rainbow Kid a second. In any of that. Good Lord, what a hit from Egilea Tryst. Completely decimated the Rainbow Kid with that shotgun dropkick. Good Lord, I don't even know how to describe what just happened. That was insane. Egilea Tryst gunning down the Rainbow Kid right here in the middle of the ring. Rainbow Kid turned her back to her for a split second to cheer for the crowd and paid for it with her life. Shotgun dropkick into Scorched Earth. Never stood a chance, did Rainbow Kid. Ariel like Chaos underwent training to be a Stargazer's general manager. We're happy that she's finally back home and getting to do what she was trained for, to be general manager for NIRATIAS. As we see Rose Hayate and Subaru-chan, Rose Hayate's trusty sidekick, getting ready for Rose's debut against that woman right there, Lisbeth Jin-Seong. Lisbeth Jin-Seong doing a parkour run backstage to warm up. We first saw her World Final Zero, the first ever show that NIRATIAS did, where she earned her contract, and now 3 years later, she is ready for more action.
Wait a minute, looks like Subaru-chan and Lady Ume Takahashi, looks like they're going to let Rose Hayate do this on her own.
Rose Hayate sending them to the back. Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Second matchup tonight. Rose Hayate, Lisbeth Jin-Seong. Interesting development. Before Lisbeth Jin-Seong came out, Rose Hayate usually accompanied by the Court of Roses. That being Subaru-chan, her butler, and her trusty right hand, Lady Ume Takahashi. But it seemed that Rose Hayate had sent them to the back prior to Lisbeth coming out. Not sure the meaning behind that or why, but Rose Hayate obviously has some sort of plan of mind. She is a master strategist inside that ring. Lisbeth Jin-Seong, though, of course, no slouch in and of herself. Still chasing her first title here in NIRATIAS. Let's look at this. Beautiful chain wrestling from Rose Hayate. Hayate now sent off to the ropes. Oh. Lets her run by. Does Lisbeth into a big forearm. Beautifully done. And Lisbeth Jin-Seong knee drop. And into the moonsault. As our first cover of the match here. 1, 2. And 2 count for Lisbeth Jin-Seong. Now again, this is interesting for these two competitors because both of these two, Rose Hayate has actually been in NIRATIAS the same length that Lisbeth has, but Rose Hayate making her on-screen NIRATIAS debut tonight. Rose wanting to make the most of it. The reason for that delay, beautiful hook kick. As Rose went down with injury, and then went back to Japan for a little bit of time back in 2024 when NIRATIAS had that false start on year 2. That whole situation actually led to us coming to the Lighthouse and now into the cover. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Rose Hayate is just levels above everything else. Look at Rose just taunting Lisbeth. Lisbeth fighting back. Lisbeth Jin-Seong, story well documented. Started out as local talent back in 2021, going into 2022. Earned her place here in NIRATIAS World Final Zero. You can still find that show on our channel. Beautiful spider cradle there from Rose Hayate. 2, only a 2 count. Lisbeth earned her contract in NIRATIAS, defeating Faith Hawkins back at World Final Zero in Vegas, and has been on a steady climb ever since. Has found her way to many other promotions, has championship gold in other promotions, but has never seen a title here in NIRATIAS. She is fighting for that big spin kick from Lisbeth, and now right into your living room with the drop kick. straight to the ribs of Rose Hayate. Look at this. Lisbeth, beautiful lariat, ending the combination. Hitting hard. It's Lisbeth Jin-Seong against the bigger Rose Hayate. Beautiful shot. Rose counters, fires back with another one. Reversal. These two trading back and forth now. Rose Hayate, extremely technical kick. Very heavy-handed. Beautiful question mark kick there. Off the ropes. Now look at this. Lisbeth backflip into the DDT. Beautifully done from Lisbeth Jin-Seong with that DDT. And now Dreamscape Driver. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. One of Lisbeth's favorite moves to set up the Dragon Cutter. That Dreamscape Driver. And that Dragon Cutter looks like that's exactly what she's going for. Dragon Cutter Rose pushes her a beautiful uppercut. Rose Hayate now up on the shoulders. Perhaps looking for the particle sphere. There it is. From the shoulders to the German. 2. Only a 2 count. 4. Rose Hayate, Lisbeth Jin-Seong fighting on. As Lisbeth now pushes her into the corner. Now trying to start some more combos, more striking. Nasty forearm there from Lisbeth as Lisbeth now picks her up. Here we go, combination, beautifully done. As Rose now finding a retreat on the ropes. Lisbeth coming in, Hayate sends her to the floor and Rose as the referee. Wait, Subaru-chan coming in through the crowd. And a Dragon Cutter on the floor. And wait, Lady Ume. From behind, Emerald Cutter. The Ladies Emerald Cutter. Sends Lisbeth back into the ring. Referee saw none of that. Rose Hayate had the ref tied up in the ring. An Emerald flows in. 1, 2, 3. Rose Hayate securing the win. After the Emerald flows in, and look at this. Lady Ume Takahashi calling Lisbeth a choke artist for giving a bow to her master Rose Hayate. Absolutely disgusting display there. And what a match there, Rose Hayate, well earned victory despite the cheating. Lisbeth Jin-Seong lives to fight another day, needs to find a way to bounce back. Now, there's something that needs to be discussed. 2 weeks ago, I found myself in Miami, Florida for Steel City Showdown, Summer Showdown, and I have been told that I need to come on air and give an apology to Chuck Stanley and the rest of SCS, but before I do so, we have the footage from Steel City Showdown. We're going to show it to you in its entirety right now. Fortunately, there's not really much I can do to prevent this, so here we go, I guess.
Title reign to talk about, and is that...
Well.
Chuck, is that James Page?
Steel City Showdown. The last time I was on an SCS broadcast,
What are you doing here?
I had my microphone cut off at the draft because a certain billionaire CEO of this company didn't like what I had to say. Well, we're here, live under the night skies in Florida. And I have a lot of things I am going to get off of my chest whether Chuck Stanley wants me to or not. October 19th, 2024. Does anyone else remember that date? Because I do. October 19th, Steel City Showdown, cross NIRATIAS, Dissension. Now, those of you who are old enough to remember that show know the story. Steel City Showdown won the night. They beat some of the best women in the world on that night. But the story nobody knows was that night took place while my home was collapsing. NIRATIAS was burning, and Chuck Stanley and his pack of dogs came into my home and tried to finish it off. We were due to a second chance during Season 2 of SCS, and it never happened. We were overlooked. Then, when they announced that one of our own, Ariel Like Chaos, was set to become the general manager of Steel City Slam, I knew right there and right then that SCS was trying to finish us off again. The roster purges were one thing, chewing up our talent. My sisters, who I have seen grow up in this business, and SCS took them and spat them back in my face. That commentary table has done more damage to this roster than any of my girls ever could. The bias, the verbal abuse of people, of not just my girls, but people like Xander Death, of Wave, of Malik Winters, of Jack Whitney, of all these young talent who should be stars but are held back by this useless management. The bums at that table, from that failed porn star looking big Troy Martin, to that talentless hack Skip Taylor, to the man of the hour himself, Chuck Stanley, and whoever else joins their goofy rotation of spineless Muppets, have done everything in their powers to end careers. While I cannot directly help those guys I named, I can draw blood on my own. July 24th, live from NIRATIAS territory, the Enterprise at St. Louis, Missouri. Chuck Stanley, consider this an invitation. Assemble whatever group of girls you have, because I will too, and we're coming for what is ours. Oh, would you look at that, everyone? It's the police. I'll leave the ring when I feel like it, buddy. So get stepping. Let me... Hey! Let go of me. You know everything I've done for this place. Come on, man. Hey! Stanley, you fucking mark! This isn't war! This is an insurrection! This place will fall in my hand! You piece of shit, let go of me! Fuck!
I'm a fucking mark! What the hell did I do to James Page? I mean, what the fuck?
He had to have done something, Chuck. He did not seem happy there as he was getting dragged out of the ring.
Dude, I let him in because, yeah, I recognized the face. I knew the name. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, let's see what James got to say. And then he called me a fucking mark.
Hey, he had a lot to say. Believe me when I tell you, we heard him.
July 24th. We're going to kick their ass. Again, we won the first time of Dissension, and we're ready to do it again. SCS versus NIRATIAS.
So, as you just seen, I said a lot of very defamatory things about Chuck Stanley, Steel City Showdown, and the rest of its crew, and its talent, and its commentators. So, I just want to take a moment right here, right now on Stargazers 3.1 while we get ready for the next match to apologize to said crew and talent. I apologize that that crew and talent has to work for a slimy piece of garbage like Chuck Stanley. I apologize that the things that I had said were not said sooner and were not said louder. The fact is this: everything I said a couple weeks ago on Steel City Showdown, Summer Showdown, is 100% how I feel about the promotion. And the way that they treat not just our talent, but their talent. So, that's why on July 26th, at the crossover called Insurrection, a name that I coined, Chuck Stanley, I am looking forward to watching you go down on your own channel at the hands of the best women's wrestlers in the world. So, to the women on that card, I apologize that you are coming in under different circumstances than we are, because we are simply going to win that night. It is redemption time for Jinx Dumas, as they are going head-to-head with Lorelei Daniels here. As the bell is rung and we are off. And look at this, rushing across the ring at each other. Jinx taking advantage early. Jinx, we saw them at Horizon Festival. As look at this super kick. brutal thrust kick right to the face, and Lorelei fighting back. Lorelei Daniels, second generation talent, father, the original founder of this company, mother, the first women's champion of it. Has trained with some of the most violent in the world. And Lorelei, as creative as they get inside that ring, well earned the nickname the Submission Sanguinaire. As I look at this, stomping onto the wrist, the hand, the fingers of Jinx Dumas. That is what Lorelei does best. As Lorelei now, with Jinx up on her shoulders into the turnbuckle. And into the cover now. 1, 2, only a 2 count. For Lorelei Daniels. Lorelei off the rope. Beautiful head kick. And Lorelei firing up on Jinx. As Jinx looks motionless. It's been about 2 years since Jinx's last match here in NIRATIAS. I don't know if they've wrestled at all since then. Now look at these kicks to the head, and Lorelei Daniels is on the back foot now. Jinx looking for those big overhand shots. Lorelei's fighting back. Lorelei, big clothesline, beautifully done. And scrapes the face of Jinx into that drop kick to the back of the neck, and Lorelei Daniels is bleeding. Must have gotten cut somewhere along the way. As Lorelei, big forearm into the bulldog. And Lorelei back into the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count from referee James Johnson. Lorelei Daniels incensed. Oh, look at this. Jinx firing back, big clothesline. Off that. Another big shot there from Jinx. That's a big forearm. Right to the face. Now, crucifix driver, beautifully done. Lorelei scrambling for the corner now. Jinx creating distance. Here they come, forearm. Sends them away. Clothesline to the back of the neck, beautifully done. And Jinx now lining Lorelei up with that super kick. Calls that taste the difference. Into the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count to taste the diff. Super kick. And Jinx continuing to make progress, and now setting Lorelei up, perhaps looking to put her away. Went for it, got struck back, and now just a hockey fight in the middle of the ring. Obviously, Lorelei didn't appreciate the slap from earlier. And now Lorelei, beautiful Falcon Arrow, holds onto the arm. Jinx counters out of it. Oh, I don't think Jinx is completely free though. Lorelei has the arm. And snaps the elbow. Goodness, and now look at this. Fujiwara armbar. And Jinx trying to hold on, just can't, taps out. And Lorelei Daniels is your winner. Absolutely brutal. That was a fight and a half right there. been a chaotic night all night. It's time for our main event. Lighthouse title on the line. As the bell is rung and we are off. We can see already going to work is Naru Redcloud on the much smaller opponent. These two women wrestled at Horizon Festival. Naru Redcloud with a shocking victory over Winter Carnage. Chelsea St. James upending Sophia Fortune. As we are here for the Lighthouse title, the Lighthouse Championship, one of the most unique belts in wrestling. The rule set is very simple, as you can see on the top right-hand corner, 10 minutes on the clock. For every Lighthouse title match, this title will be defended every other week. Once 3 defenses are secured, the champion will receive a United States or Intercontinental title match of their choice. If they choose to, however, they can hold on to the belt for an opportunity for a world title match at 5 defenses total. But you have to fight against the clock. If that clock runs out, the title will become vacant. We'll lose the belt. We'll start all over again as now. Underway, Chelsea using her speed to her advantage. Naru Redcloud not exactly slow, and Chelsea doing an incredible job of fighting Naru off. There's Naru now in trouble. Chelsea wants that double leg drop. Missed it. Naru now, knee lift, leapfrog leg drop, beautifully done. Into the cover now, 2. Only a 2 count for Naru Redcloud. Those beautiful kicks now. Coming from Naru, and Chelsea fighting back. These knife edge chops, rolls into a clothesline, just avoiding Naru, keeping Naru on her toes. There's Chelsea firing up. Sends Naru into the ropes, now striking to the lower back. And this is the most methodical I've ever seen Chelsea St. James. Usually Chelsea's throwing her body to the wind. But no, she is taking her time and picking Naru Redcloud off. Now, look at this. Hangs Naru up on the top rope. And now taking Naru to the ropes. One more time. Slides under. Into the Hurricane Rana. Naru Redcloud just not sure what to do with this situation. Oh my goodness, that was a wreck. See, Chelsea landed hard. Naru, I think, took both of Chelsea's boots right in the face. So we get some incredible shots. That was a rough landing. Chelsea, the first back to her feet now. Springboard moonsault, beautifully done. 2. Only a 2 count for Chelsea St. James, who's still closing in on her first title in NIRATIAS. But so is Naru Redcloud. They both want their first titles. For a lot of people, this Lighthouse title, formerly known as the television title, formerly known as the Sands of Time Championship, was a lot of people's first titles. Now, our Redcloud, I think, was looking for the tomahawk, wasn't able to get it off. Straight to the knee. Chelsea rolls away. Here she comes. Be kind. rewind, Jesus! Didn't rewind that one, that was straight to a brainbuster. And Alpha Rising. And Naru Redcloud secures her first title. Chelsea St. James really giving it her all, but just unable to finish off Naru Redcloud. Insane move from Naru, countering the Be Kind Rewind, that stunner, into a brainbuster, and it will be Naru Redcloud as the first Lighthouse champion of the season. It's been a pleasure having you here in our home. Thank you for watching. This has been James Page. Until next time, farewell.